Hello, everyone. Or as Sean Davy Way says, "Hey." I love it when he says that, but hey. I love it when he does that. But anyway, so I have a 20-something minute video uploaded right now, and then a couple of shorter ones after that. So I got this one. This topic I wanted to talk about. Well, see, look, on my bed, I had to go on the other side because in the middle of the night I was afraid that seeing well ever since when I first got here, the bed the whole time the bed's on a seemed kind of like like as if there was a threat for the bed to break. So from now, I have to sleep on the other side. I have to sleep on the other side of the bed, you know, hoping that I have to sleep on the other side, hoping that the bed won't break. But it's now 2:03 p.m. It was 2:02 when I started, and well, the pest control lady, without warning, just came and popped over here and came over and sprayed. And I felt like, well, that's all a pest control person do. I mean, that's all that a pest control person would do is go around and just go from room to room and spray. I'm like, well, if the job is that simple, I'm pretty sure a crazy lady with a college degree can do something like that. But I don't know of any companies to get with, or if anybody's hiring, or what training you need, or what. I mean, if the only, I mean, I don't know if I'm pretty sure if there's more to it. I'm pretty sure you might have to learn about the chemicals or maybe take some course or some safety classes or something like that. But if the job is that simple and all you gotta do is go from room to room and just spray, and then you'll be fine. You know. But it's like, and shucks, in the video that I'm about to talk about, y'all might think I'm foolish that I unintentionally and accidentally, right when I closed the door to lock it after she left, and I accidentally and unintentionally um smelled, at least about twice. And then when I went to use the bathroom, I was trying to, hold my breath so I wouldn't smell it anymore. But I'm hoping I'm unharmed. They must be unharmed if they spray, if that's their job to spray. But, I think I'll be all right. I started to get all panicky and fearful that, oh, I might have to call poison control center or something. But, but like, she sprayed, the kitchen and the bathroom, and she sprayed like around the mini refrigerator. It seemed like got spray on my stuff. I don't know, but I don't know if she was a perp and sprayed my stuff on purpose, or I don't know. I mean, if she tried not to, but I think she got some of the chemical spray on, on my stuff that was sitting on top of the mini refrigerator. So anyway, but that reminds. It's like when they came to quote unquote fake fix the fan that's not even really fixed. The bathroom fan. The other maintenance man, he had that drill, and he kept putting the drill close to my like where my dishes and stuff was laid at. And it's like the more I moved the dishes away, and then he would keep moving the drill and the dirty stuff right by my dishes on purpose. And I'm like, is my stuff in your way? And then he's like, oh, no, 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 it's fine. But I saw what you were doing. I saw what he was trying to do. Why you kept, and you're an older man, and pretty much just about elderly, and you want to intentionally put a dirty drill that been who knows where, you know, trying to put it as close to my clean dishes and paper towels as you can. And when I kept moving them out of the way, and then you still keep putting them, like moving them closer and closer. It sounds like some kind of gaslighting. But God sees everything. So since I have the other videos uploading and I'm up and awake now, so it's like when you drink water and you eat something, you're more likely to be awake and alert. Excuse me. So hold on. Excuse me. Sorry, I got the sniffles and stuff. But my nose was clear before I started to do this video. And I haven't been having mucus for a while. But I don't have a whole lot, but I have a little bit in my throat right about now. But it's amazing, after you eat something, how quickly mucus could or would form, shortly after you eat. But anyway, with this topic, I don't care, y'all already call me stupid. You already call me nonsensical and crazy anyway. And so, I didn't understand what was going on. And there, this viral video of this lady I've read that she's from Violet, Louisiana, which is not all that far from New Orleans. I don't know how far it is, but I'm pretty sure it's like less than an hour away from New Orleans. So I thought she was a young girl, like in her 20s or she looked almost like a teenager. But a lot of people would, if it weren't for that incident, people would probably think, oh, she's a very pretty lady. But I want to defend Tessica Brown. Okay. Well, I mean, all of humanity, especially us Americans, are dumbed down and by the government and the elite. We're all dumbed down, and we're in the last days and the days of deception and trickery and everything. So I'm trying to defend Tessica Brown. I believe that she did make an unintentional and honest mistake. That was a one-time thing, that she didn't realize that it was that bad. I really do feel that way. But, imagine being somebody locally in your hometown or close to your hometown. Like Violet, Louisiana is not all that well known. Not like big New Orleans. That's like with like one of the smaller cities near here. Who the hell thinks about Pace, Florida every day unless you live there? Or who's familiar with Pace, Florida? Or even Milton, Florida? But some people know Pensacola. It's a little more famous or more well known, but even Gulf Breeze is lesser known than Pensacola, even though the beach is in Gulf Breeze. That's like in Los Angeles, LAX is in Westchester, close to Culver City. So unless you live there, LA is more spoken of, LA metro area is more spoken of than, Westchester or even Culver City. So, so she's from Violet, Louisiana. And, come on, we all have had our moments when we've done something, made an honest mistake, no matter what our age is. But don't sit up here and try to act like all these like I see it on comments on Inside Edition on different videos all the time. These judgmental, and on the internet, period. People act like they think they have the authority. All these reprobate, narcissistic abusers who don't even care about. They just go about their lives, not even care about humbling themselves and submitting themselves unto God and serving Him daily. You know, and even a lot of Christians, have difficulty trying to themselves have difficulty, trying very hard, as hard as they can, to serve Jesus. And then there's the majority over there who's, just faking it, the wheat and the tares. So don't sit up here and act like you are the smartest or the wisest person in the world. Like every decision you make is wise, especially, in the Bible talks about, you doing what's right in your eyes, and it leads to destruction, and the idea that, if you are, you know, a humble Christian, and it talks about in the book of First Corinthians about, being fools for Christ, and we shouldn't think so highly of ourselves. Put ourselves on a pedestal and think we're better than the next human being. I mean, half of y'all probably making memes and making fun. Y'all probably took that damn vaccine, didn't y'all? Ha ha ha. Where's the memes and the viral videos of y'all stupidity? And let's judge that. Let's condemn that. All you fools who sell out and become a damn gang stalker. Let's make a meme and laugh at that. So, I'm not a preacher. I'm not intending to try to sound like a preacher or anything like that, you know. But just hold on, let me get my phone right quick. And you know, I'm coming. Well, um, let's see. This Bible scripture in Titus. Um, yeah, I think it's in Titus 3, not 2. But let me see. Hold up. I bet you it's in Titus. I just read it. Let me Yeah, okay. So Titus 3:3, King James Version. If you go to your Bible and read Titus 3 verses 3 through 7, but like just simply 3:3 by itself says, "For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving divers lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another." So, you know, um, I mean, it's better like you're the why you're why if you're a fool for Jesus Christ and humble yourself and submit, you, you know you are actually wiser in God's eye, and you don't really, you're not so judgmental and condemning people. Hold on right quick. So, um, so if you humble yourself and realize that, you too are susceptible to making mistakes and, no matter how big or small. Um, and so I was one of those people. I mean, I've been using hand sanitizer and rubbing alcohol for years because of my OCD. But, a few months ago, I called the doggone poison control center because I sanitized my hands and then without thinking, I absent-mindedly, ate. I don't remember what it was that I ate, but I ate something. And then, when you eat whatever finger food, I don't remember if I had chicken wings or fries or something. I don't remember what I was eating, but I remember I didn't even realize that, I accidentally tasted some of the residue of the hand sanitizer, and I just, was trying to make sure that I'm okay. I called the doggone poison control center. The rain is light right now, but anyway, um, I heard that loud vehicle. I get easily startled, but okay. So if everybody's trying to ridicule and mock and clown this lady, for her hair incident, you know, it just like instead of mocking and laughing and judging, why don't you just go in your prayer closet and silently pray for this? You know, you know. I know she didn't do it on purpose, and it was an honest mistake. And why would a 40-year-old school teacher or whatever, a daycare teacher or something, why would she want to, would you think, why do you think she would want to intentionally ruin her life for money, attention, and fame or whatever? You might expect these young ass teenagers and kids, maybe in their early 20s, like in teen, like 15 through 22, 23, because nowadays, nobody's really mature, like truly mature with sense. And thinking you're grown and being arrogant as fuck, being arrogant as hell, that does not make you superior, better, or more mature or with more sense. And y'all gonna condemn this lady and give her the side eye for the rest of y'all lives, or y'all gonna mock and make fun of her for the rest of y'all lives. Like, for something that happened only one time. Get over your doggone selves. So, it's like there's too many narcissistic, judgmental trolls online. And I'm thankful and glad for her that there are people who have a heart for her and have compassion for her, and people who are willing to do free surgery to help her better her situation. She could have been sleep deprived like how I be sleep deprived and just made an honest mistake. Well, I mean, I don't know if she could have been sleep deprived or not. I mean, I'm just, don't know what her situation is. Or she probably could have been distracted or whatever. But, and then they just feed into their own ideas, trying to fill in the things that weren't said and try to judge, or things that weren't mentioned. And they try to judge and condemn her for that. Or they might think, oh, she's a dummy who walked all the way, or she went all the way to the to the hardware store because she couldn't find hairspray or whatever. Well, her story was her son took her car that day, and so she didn't realize that she had a little bit of hairspray left, and so then she used the Gorilla Glue, thinking that it could have she was thinking that it could have hopefully that it would have been easier to get get the glue out. And she said she tried olive oil and tried all kinds of things, and I saw the video where her friend was trying to loosen up the glue. I just felt so bad for her. I felt myself in that situation. So, um, in my personal experience, yes, olive oil doesn't help. But you know what? When I would get tar on the bottom of my feet when I was living in Los Angeles and go to the beach, and I would get tar on the bottom of my feet, alcohol didn't even help. But what did help is that doggone coconut oil. Yes, the coconut, the $5 coconut oil. The virgin white coconut oil. Not that refined stuff, the unrefined virgin coconut oil. That will, sometimes it might take a little work, but I didn't even know. I mean, I heard that she went all the way to Los Angeles, like Beverly Hills, or Beyonce's, whatever, hairstylist or whoever wanted to help her or whatever. They showing off out there. Right when I said whore Beyonce, that's so anyway, stop showing off, bastards. But see, y'all gang stalkers do intentional foolish shit every day. I mean, I don't think that Tessica is a targeted individual, but I don't even know. I'm just praying for her, because it's like she already had the gorilla glue in her house, and she used that as a substitute, and she thought that maybe she could you know she thought she didn't realize that her hair would be stuck and cemented, but her hair was actually looking good though. But I hated what she had to go through, and so it's like, people were saying, it was not a good idea for people who, um, and people who post screenshots of their vaccination records online. I heard, the news say that wasn't a wise thing to do, you know, and the fact that y'all believe the COVID-19, and y'all go for the mass vaccines. It's like I only wear one when I'm forced to, damn it, when I don't have any other choice. But I really, like in extreme situations, but I try as best as I can to not go and wear one, especially, and I'm not trying to be social distancing or whatever, but this is me staying up in here, when I have my own place, I don't. I stay inside and away from everybody anyway. Before I even realized that I was being gang stalked, this has been me for years. You know, so even in living in Los Angeles, California, Denton, Texas, and all that for those many years, even when I was living when I was living in New Orleans Towers, I would be even in college, and every now and then I'll go to a little function, school function or whatever. But I wasn't hanging out like that. I would go and you know I would go to school, get my work done, whatever, and then get on the bus and then go back home. I wasn't running the streets and hanging out, you know. So I just stayed to myself. So I mean, I don't even know. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, I know I heard that she's, the news updates that she's already in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, that she made it there. And a lot of her hair, I guess it came off. I saw some pictures of her baldness. Like, it's too late now. Like, yeah, I just feel really bad for her, But I mean, in 2008, I had a moment. I had to go to the emergency room because I mean, I used to see the foster sister April do it all the time. She was the one, I got it from her. She used to use Q-tips in her ear, cotton swabs or Q-tips in her ears. And so she used to do it all the time like it was nothing. And me being poor and, disabled, and sometimes having cotton swab, those cheap cotton swabs that's, if I had them sitting around for a while and the cotton accidentally come off, whatever. But I guess she must have had the more expensive ones that, everything is once she can smoothly get all that out of her ear. But in 2008, I was living in Denton, Texas, and like I used the Q-tip, in my right ear, well, both ears, but the cotton got stuck in my right ear. And how old was I? If it was I must have been 24 or 25 years old. And I don't remember what month it was. But it was that narcissistic, mean emergency room doctor. I can't think of his name, Dr. Garrison, at Presbyterian Hospital, um, about close to where MHMR, and at Presbyterian Hospital, Dr. Garrison. That man looked identical to Tom Hanks. The way Tom Hanks used to look, during the Forrest Gump days. That's exactly how he looked. So, yeah, Dr. Garrison, he looked like Tom Hanks. And he must have been a narcissistic perp, because when you're a targeted individual, just like the same police officers come out every time you call them about something, I was wondering, why is it always the same police officers? Whenever whenever you need to make a call, and they're all oppressive and abusive, and their mind made up to hate you and everything. And so then so yeah, that would be the narcissistic mean perp fraud Dr. Garrison. and and so it's like, when you go to the emergency room, there's always those same abusive, rude ass doctors. All the nurses are mean and rude and abusive and everything like that. And so when he condemned me when I had to go to the emergency room to get the extra cotton from get it out of my ear. And but it was an honest mistake. But that was during the MySpace days. So I don't even remember how likely things were to go viral on social media. It wasn't called social media then. Excuse me. I guess it was called social networking. But I'm surprised that didn't go viral. But I was still kind of young myself. But I didn't intend to be foolish, and I don't think this lady intended to be foolish. And also, and then I get called dumb and stupid and crazy just about and judged and condemned and looked at a certain way. People call me slow and retarded and everything, just about on a daily basis. Excuse me. And whatever bad happens to me, I deserve it, according to the psych world full of narcissistic abusers. So they shocking my right foot, the perps or the do weapon shocking my right foot. So the abuse of fake foster mom, Adrian Felder. I was an adult. I was 19 going on 20. And at that very moment, I was not in school. Me trying to look for jobs, and she tried to sabotage whatever job I try to go look for. And I got workplace mob even with the temp service jobs, and everything just seemed hopeless. But I kept trying and kept trying, persistently to look for jobs and employment and everything. And so, that was after I withdrew from Nicholls State University for excessive absences due to the trazodone and trazodone psychiatric medication. So, excuse me. So due to trazodone medication, having me sleep 15 hours a day, and and so I was forced to withdraw for excessive absences. Excuse me. And so, you know, I was forced to live back with the foster mom. Me not knowing how to survive on my own, or the foster mom manipulating us to believe that we have to depend on her forever so that she can keep control over us. And I didn't know she was considered, any kind of handler or anything like that. Why else would you try to think you got authority and rulership over me and try to exercise control over me after we turn 18 if we ain't shit to you? And your own biological children who are grown adults, they can do no wrong in your eyes. That they're that special, that that everybody got such common sense. And I'm the only Candy is the only one, the only crazy dumb fool with no common sense. Therefore, why she shouldn't be driving a car, why she shouldn't go to the beach, and why she shouldn't do this, why she shouldn't do that, why she can't get a job, why she deserve to be out there on the streets and homeless, that she deserve to await her death and everything like that. So, um, well, I thought about writing it in my, I mean, I in my homeless book that I paused, took a pause on it, but I'm still working on it, talking about my homelessness experiences. So, you know, during that time between I was 19 going on 20, and it was March or February or March. No, it was March. It was March 2003. And I had already withdrew from Nicholls State University, and it was like maybe 3 months before I went to started to go to where I really want to go, UNO, University of New Orleans, in the month of June 2003. So in April, the month of April 2003, I remember March and April working temp service jobs, working on those Creole Queen and Cajun Queen boats, all that, working at doing laundry at at this hotel and that temp service job, and still not even being able to make it, or going. I don't even remember how the hell I ended up at that country club at English Turn, and I think I had a dishwashing position. And I remember, having with that dishwashing position, I remember they would try to say I worked too slow and stuff like that, and they were bullying me about the idea, oh, you work too slow and stuff like that. You need to speed up and whatever. And so, it was called was it Black Tie Service, or was it another one? Yeah, I worked with Black Tie Service as well. But there was another one I was working for. I don't remember. But anyway, um, well, Black Tie Service was a temp service job. I overheard that it was run by the Arsenault family. And I heard that, even if your last name is Arsenault, that's like Cajun or Creole French royalty. Just like I found out that my last name, Grandpre, is Cajun French royalty. I didn't know I had a freaking royal Masonic bloodline. Look, I'm so poor and homeless and then nobody. Why else the doggone mentally slow, crazy biological family keeping secrets from me? So anyway, so I remember it was around that time. Um, it was just before Miss Ollie from the Kraft family had died. And it was even right before the biological sister Belinda died, because Belinda had died before Miss Ollie, because Miss Ollie died, it was April 20 something, I don't remember, but Belinda died excuse me, the day before Ramona's birthday. Now is that suspicious? How the hell Belinda died the day before Ramona's birthday? You died before your own sister's birthday. Your sister who's known to be a New Orleans voodoo witch. So I wish I could have gotten to know my biological sister Belinda. I wish I could have gotten to know her better. and to know the real Belinda. And the family waited till after Belinda died to start comparing me to Belinda. But I mean, I don't even know. Belinda didn't even seem like the type of person who would be reprobate and bully me like the rest of the family. She seemed like she had a personality similar to mine and seemed like very humble and quiet and soft spoken. You know how people say about me, and I'm not saying that because she's deceased, but I mean, I'm just being honest and being real from, the like 2 or 3 conversations that I remember her over the phone. And I don't think I ever got to really meet her in person, and I just wish that I was pretty young myself. I was 19, and I mean, there are some people who even speculate that Belinda was a sacrifice, but I don't know. She was only 40 years old and died of complications from a tummy tuck. That, I mean, she'd been gone for almost 20 years. And, if I would have had the knowledge now, that if I would have had it back then, and if I would have had access to talking to her, I would have been one of the people to try to at least talk her out of such a thing. I didn't even know such a thing happened until after she died. You know, but sorry, I got a little personal. But back to, I was just saying, around all that time, you know, 2003. It was March 2003, or was it February? February or March two? No, I think it was more of March 2003. Ow, my right side hurts. It was February or March 2003. I'm not gonna try to beat myself up on when it was, but it was the beginning of 2003, and I I, I had a situation with Nikita the Dick Eater, the guy who I thought that was a female. That was a I thought that was a female, but it was actually a male. I thought it was a female that was a dyke, but it was actually a male. Um, who had his hair all cut off, and he was a white guy. His real name is Jonathan DeRocher, and I need to do a whole different separate video on that one right there. But Nikita the Dick Eater and the tranny Eli, when they took advantage of me, um, they that Nikita the Dick Eater, Jonathan DeRocher, he had robbed me, and then he robbed me out of $200, and it was another situation that I just have to talk about in a different video. But I had a situation, where they robbed me and scammed me, and then I was left with no other choice, no other alternative, since I couldn't get a job anywhere. And they pretended to take me to a restaurant and then lied and said that they were going to treat me more like, and I was still young, and the foster mom never really taught us anything, or she never really taught us, common sense or street sense, and she expected us to just know it on our own. But she raised her own kids better than she raised us and the foster kids that she liked. She, loved them or whatever, but she just didn't give a shit about us, quote unquote retarded ones that she didn't like, the one who she want to call retarded. So anyway, I wasn't even much educated about scams and stuff, but I would get scammed and taken advantage of even when I was 18 and getting scammed online, and nobody ever really told me the ropes about anything. Just like the foster mom never sat down and told us the birds and the bees talk, but wait till we get violated or touched by somebody to get mad at us and whip us and do all this to us and stuff. So anyway, so this is what she did. So when the I went and I was left with no alternative or no choice but to go and sell sell my laptop to the pawn shop. And it was, I don't, I don't remember if yeah, the because the state, the fake social workers and everything bought me the laptop when I was going to college. And I already had a lot of viruses on the computer and everything like that anyway. And, I was young and didn't know. I had to grow up late, pretty much. You know how some children, excuse me, psychologically and mentally grow up fast, but the idea of the foster mom force handicapping us and everything and keeping us infantilized. And so, you know, it's like when I was left with no other alternative but to go and sell the laptop that was $1,100 paid for. It was a KDS laptop. It wasn't, it wasn't even name brand, but I used it. I was just saying for description, I, I mean, and so, and the laptop, it's like, I didn't even realize, when I went to go sell the laptop because at that restaurant, they said that if I didn't pay, for the food, in which the trannies lied and said that they had the money and were gonna pay. With my own money that they robbed me out of. It's a long story. And then they ran off without paying and ran off with my cell phone and stuff. And so then, um, they ran off without paying and ran off with my cell phone and my money when they lied and said that they were going like they had me. They said that they were going to treat me out to eat. And all three of us ate at Cafe Maspero's in New Orleans. And then next thing you know, they ran off without paying, and I didn't even know where they went. And then it's like I was left stuck with the bill, and so I was told that I was going to get arrested and go to jail. And while they run free, but I was going to get arrested and go to jail, and I was supposed to be held responsible for paying for all three of us. So I went to go sell my laptop to the pawn shop. And when I went to sell my laptop to the pawn shop, um, I went to sell my laptop to the pawn shop, and then the most they accepted it for was $30, and I didn't even know that pawn shops operate like that. That they get over on people really bad. And I didn't know that pawn shops were a big scam. So, I was never taught that because that was my first attempt and my first experience. And so the foster mom got mad and screamed at me, and then the foster boys bullied, harassed, and laughed at me. She used them as her flying monkeys, and she used them to perk me and everything like that. The foster mom used it against me and threw it in my face at every opportunity. And even months down the line, me and her get into arguments about the money she stole from me or the money that she took from me, and she would use it against me and throw it in my face and say, "Well, go get it from that punk." Talking about the Nikita, the dick eater tranny wannabe, the transgender wannabe person. But Eli was already a tranny, but it seemed like Nikita, the dick eater, was trying to be a tranny, And I got beat up trying to fight for my own, property, pretty much, and almost went to jail. And I was young, and I was pretty much temporarily homeless at that time, and so then ended up running back to the foster mom because that's all I knew. I didn't know the street life or anything like that. So I was like, but and even in May and June 2003, being abused in that foster home by the foster family, you know, foster stepdad choking me and stuff like that. And the police defend them and stuff. And I didn't realize the reason why police always defend them because they're Masonic and protected. And I didn't know. I didn't know this when I was younger. So, um, it's like, so it's like, the foster mom would say that it's everybody's business. Talking about that's me selling my laptop to the pawn shop. That was very stupid, and that everybody has a right to know, and it's everybody's business. And she made a big scene out of it, and got mad and went off on me and stuff like that, and condemned me. And so then, she got mad and condemned me about it, and then was trying to say it's everybody business. Everybody has a right to know, and you're very stupid and stuff. But it's like this woman thinks that she is the king. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna say king. Excuse me, scratching my nose. Yeah, I'm gonna say king. She thinks she's the king of the world because she seems like very masculine herself. The foster mom. You know, a lot of narcissistic abusers act the gender opposite of what they are, or they want to act the race that they're opposite of what they are. You know, and so it's like, so she wants to be tough and masculine and going off on me and stuff and condemning me and everything. And like, come on, bitch, you in a cult. You are in a cult. Don't tell me about being stupid and you in a like you. If you forfeit your soul and you already a witch, you already a voodoo witch who already freaking sold out. So who's the dumbass here? And that's a permanent, lifelong decision you made. That was just like a temporary like a small, you know, mistake that I made. Because I felt like I was left with no alternative, and it's me being scared to go to jail. Behind something that, but I mean, I'm the victim, and it's always me being, throughout my life, where if somebody victimizes or abuses me or does something, if they abuse or victimize me or do something cruel to me, and it's always left that I can get in trouble. Or I do get in trouble or get punished and not allowed to explain myself or not allowed to have a say so or not allowed to defend myself. My side of the story, nobody wants to hear it because you were stupid. So then, anyway, also in 2007, I think I told y'all about the story about me being scammed online, through the MySpace during the MySpace days, and when it was 2007, and I would forced. I mean, felt like I was left with no other choice but to sell sell my camcorder online, and didn't realize I was scammed. But then I didn't know that was a bad check. I think I talked about this already, probably. I think I did. And so I ended up going to jail, and then they let me out the next day. That was only one time I ever in my life got arrested and gone to jail. But I got out the next day, and so then that was the true wake up call right there about scams and stuff. So nowadays I try to be more cautious. But I'm not going. If somebody else gets scammed, I'm not going to be the type of person who would go and condemn them and say you're stupid, you're a fool, or whatever. I remember where I've been, and we all have made mistakes. So like y'all being fooled and scammed about this doggone vaccine. So think about that. Watch. When you sell your soul to the devil, you know what you're doing. It's a lifelong decision. The fact that you choose to side with the devil, that's like, in God's eyes, he would see that as one of the dumbest things. Or if you commit blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, any of that, that's about the dumbest thing you can do in God's eyes. While we think that we're so wise and smart and wise in our own conceits and, exalting ourselves, and, the Bible in 1 Corinthians says wisdom with the world is foolishness with God. So like y'all think y'all smart with such common sense that you want to boast about your common sense and everything, but in God's eyes, He thinks you're very stupid. I mean, so stop it right now with your common sense. You know, and then they try to justify. Oh, but yeah, that was a special. But that was a special. That was a special kind of stupid, or a special level of stupid, or whatever. You know, and so when you make the decision to want to become a gang stalker and you do intentionally stupid shit, and targeted individuals say all the time that they don't know what targeted individuals are capable of, and the gang stalkers risk their lives torturing and tormenting and harassing us. you know so we targeted individuals. A lot of us have not succumbed to drugs, and we've been standing strong for all this long, and we haven't given in, and we're still strong and fighting despite what we went through. We haven't turned to drugs. They're trying to get us to commit suicide, but we haven't done that. And so, what makes you bastards think y'all better? So when they said to go local in 2007, I you know, they said be local, so I um ordered, try to buy a car, and the guy scammed me with the car, and they said go to a local, stay local, and don't go to a dealership. Buy a car from somebody personally. But that clearly was a gang stalker and I couldn't understand for years why he did that. But that Justin Adams guy from Dallas, Texas, a gang stalker, a sociopathic gang stalking perp who scammed me and cheated me with the black Honda Prelude car. That was my second car, and it was a car that I couldn't drive. And then he set it up to where the car. I mean, he set it up to where they were trying to say that he sold me a stolen car in exchange for him to have that beautiful, nice ass red Acura. I think it was Acura RSX, a beautiful, nice ass car. But the car ran for me to go just all the way from Dallas to Denton, and then broke down once I got home. And so the idea of me being, taken advantage of and stuff like that, and don't see it coming, or don't have discernment, and not being spiritually equipped in the Christian way, not the fake IDMR cult way. I don't even think they teach us, how to be spiritually equipped anyway. They just have us idolize a sinful man, a sinful Freemason. So and it's like, I know my abusive, bully, narcissistic, gang stalking twin sister is freaking watching this video, and then I know she's gonna have her damn follow up video. I'm warning y'all now. Don't listen to her lies. Don't listen to her, or else y'all being deceived, because she's still doing that shit. She's still doing it. And then one of her recent videos, in the comments, she was telling somebody about something stupid I did associated with Craigslist, or getting taken advantage of, or something like that. I didn't get taken advantage of, within the past month or two. I said that they were trying to scam me, and I was able to recognize it. But back then, when I was younger and didn't know any better, or didn't know the truth, I probably would have wholeheartedly fell for their lies and their tricks. And their deception, and lost out on a lot of money, possibly me going to jail while that scammer runs free and everything. But you scammers, y'all making escape, or you abusive people, y'all making y'all probably can y'all can escape earthly jail or prison, but hell is gonna be very hot for y'all. So Damn loud vehicle. But everything that my twin sister's doing to me, she reversed it and lied and said that I did it to her. And I just wanted to let y'all know she's still doing that. And if y'all supposed to be woke to the truth, how y'all believing her throwing up those satanic and Illuminati hand signs, and she's getting all these thumbs up and likes and comments and and all this praise and worship and idolatry, y'all. And it's like, as I said, on my end, nobody really is worried about me. But when it comes to us two arguing or fussing or fighting, that's when everybody act like they want to treat us like celebrities and act like they want to treat it like a damn Tyson / Holyfield boxing match or something like that, or doggone two famous wrestlers in a wrestling match or something like that. And I'm just sick and tired of it. We're 37 years old, and she's the one bullying, a narcissistic abuser who's bullying and abusing me and trying to make me fearful, trying to make me intimidated and scared to do YouTube videos or scared and stuff like that, trying to bully and frighten and intimidate me, and then reversing on me and lying and say that I'm the one who's manipulative and a bully. And I don't bully people. She lied. She's trying to make all these false accusations against me. But she waited till after I mentioned that, she's only doing YouTube videos about me, or she's not speaking out against other abusive people. And so now she's starting to do that. Now she's starting to do other topics now and stuff like that. And it's like she think that she can call herself trying to drag me or trying to diss me or do whatever, like think she's more powerful than me. And she tried to boss and control me, and then reverse it and lie and say that I try to boss and control her and stuff like that. She's the one who act like she agrees with all the gang stalkers. So if you agree with them, how you gonna tell me, I'm not a gang stalker? Yes, you are, and you're a deceiver. You're throwing up your Illuminati hand signs and everything, but then you want to reverse everything and lie and say I'm materialistic, greedy, money hungry, trying to scam and get over on people. When how much money you scam me out of, and then brainwash the rest of the family to do the same to me? All that money you stole from me, all that money you robbed me out of, and then brainwashed the rest of the family to rob me out of my student loan money when I was younger. But the same people who narcissistic abusers who fuck over you and abuse you themselves, they're the same ones when you get taken advantage of or scammed or used or bullied or intimidated and frightened by other people, then they're the first to try to have a place to judge and call you stupid. When it's like narcissistic abuse, when you think you're smarter and wiser and more mature than another person, humble yourself and read the Bible for yourself. And I'm not here to try to diss anybody. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm not trying to, anything like that. I'm just explaining my personal feelings and explaining, my personal experiences and things that happen. And, I'm here, I was, on this video initially to try to defend, what's her name? Tessica Brown. I know in New Orleans we have different names and stuff, so if somebody wants to be, if, they try to clown her about her, they even try to clown online. I saw people trying to clown her about her name. And even black people who should be standing with a black sister and understand, her situation and her honest mistake. Y'all sit there and join the roast family too. Because y'all sellouts. Y'all don't stand for your real black people. I was a young kid and I was brainwashed, to want to be white or want to be Hispanic or Asian or something. And then I went through a stage where I wanted to be light skinned. Or I wanted to have, the recessive traits and features. But then, once I found out the truth, that shook me up with everything I was deceived about, So then it helped me to be comfortable in my own skin and helped me, to respect and, have, you know, not worship kind of love, but appreciation and acceptance and love kind of love for myself. You know, that I can look in the mirror and tell myself I know I ain't the ugliest person in the world like people want to think, you know. So I know I'm not the ugliest person. But when I used to be a kid, yeah, I used to say before my braces, yeah, I used to be donkey mouth, and my teeth are still kind of crooked. So I mean, I used to be donkey mouth, not severe, but kind of donkey mouth when I was younger. So messed up teeth. So I don't even think that should have stopped me. But being how we talk about a lot of targeted individuals have something special about us, or a lot of targeted individuals are cute and attractive, or there's something distinctly smart and intelligent about us and stuff like that. And then we're humble about it. We don't go boast and brag about, you know, we don't go. We're not boastful, about this whatever special, excuse me, whatever special qualities we are said to have. I'm 37 years old and been told all my life that I'm ugly. I'm unattractive. Even my own family members, including my own twin sister, saying that's why you're ugly and you're unattractive and don't nobody want you. That's why you ain't got no friends. That's why you can't get a boyfriend. But y'all whisper lies and rumors, and I can't even have a friend or a boyfriend. It's like my twin sister wants to destroy everything. The foster mom wanting to destroy everything. And you're doing to me the same abuse that had been done to you. And then you try to be an apologist and try to defend those motherfuckers who don't care about either one of us. And so, I had to talk about this because I've been, one of the things I've been anxious about and that's been bothering me. But you're not going to intimidate me off the internet or off social media or anything like that. None of y'all gang stalkers. None of y'all. So my twin sister always thought she was bigger and more superior because that's what the foster family brainwashed her to believe. That she got the authority to try to discipline and handle me and put me in my place and stuff like that. But it's like so many people just being deceived by her and any other gang stalking person, because the rumors and lies that have been said about me, like, had been said before October, but if my twin sister secretly sending people who we went to school with to stalk and spy on me and follow me on social media and stuff, but and then the fact, I'm just stating facts about things that she's done. But my twin sister goes out on the extra and try to make it like I'm the dumbest and stupidest and craziest and the most horrible person there is to exist on the face of this earth. Like I'm so far, and other people feel like that way about me too. But I wish there was a way to get to mend our relationship or our twinship. And the other family members, they are stubbornly reprobate and they don't care. All y'all minds is just corrupted. But I thought that maybe since we're twins and we been through a lot of the same thing, I thought I would have at least faith of a grain of mustard seed, or at least a little bit of hope that maybe I can get through to her, and maybe things will sink in and she'll realize that she's been deceived. I thought about wanting to write her a letter and send it through email or something. But, she might be hostile and just violently reject it. She said in 2017, she said, oh, well, when I was up in Texas, she said, well, see, people want us to get on. No, they don't. They love to see the action and get their popcorn and pickles, talking about, oh, let's dejuice him. Oh, let's sip some tea. Oh, this tea is piping hot. Oh, and that's another thing I want to bring up on social media with the celebrities. I'm gonna bring it up again. Razby from B2K, for him to talk about Chris Stokes or other celebrities going through something serious or something tragic, the gossipers and the bloggers, they still take it as their torment and the stuff they're suffering through. They just laugh and take it as entertainment. Just like with this lady right here. I mean, the Tessica Brown lady, she didn't mean to go viral. I mean, it's scary that, if that video, went viral worldwide from what it seems like, and there's a lot of people do stupid shit every day, So, but I saw on Instagram she had a verified account, so she must have some kind of fame, must have been kind of famous already or something. So as I said, I don't know her situation or anything like that. I don't know if she really was like a prankster or anything like that, But I don't think anybody would be willing to. But then again, there are some people who do. But I don't think she was, But people are willing to destroy themselves just to blow up and become huge and famous. Usually people would probably make decisions like that when they're young, But one of the first things people are quick to want to falsely accuse you of being attention seeking and clout chasing because they think that she was so stupid in the head. Excuse me, they think she was so stupid that she doesn't deserve any help. And if you made a silly mistake, and they're mocking and laughing at her, they mock and laugh at her, for wanting to sue the Gorilla Glue company because they didn't have certain disclaimers, and then the people want to talk about common sense, narcissistic abusers. But then, you can't sue for vaccine injury, but how many people will be trying to sue? But people ain't making memes about y'all and going viral about y'all. I've seen videos about people like children and babies who died on the vaccine table almost immediately. And then the hospital takes they want to take no responsibility, or the medical companies, any damage from the stuff that they're trying to force upon you, whether it be psychiatric medications or physical medications, any medication you take or whatever, which is sorcery and witchcraft. We're all bewitched. And so if we're all bewitched through sorcery and witchcraft, we all, so I mean, they said you can't sue and get compensation from these COVID-19 vaccines that they're forcing on people. Because why? They want us to die. They want us to die. They don't want us to be alive. So I think I'm done ranting on. I got a little personal, but I talked about my personal experiences to illustrate, and I damn sure wasn't trying to look for clout, attention, money, or any of that, But come on, all of us have made mistakes in our lives, So it's like, before I go, I want to tell my twin sister, stop stalking and trying to monitor and control my videos and act like you got a response for everything, even videos where I'm not even talking about you. She's sitting there sending her goons to come and try to attack me and attack my channel. Now, tell me how you're not a gang stalker or how you're not a handler. I don't acknowledge anybody as a handler. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. You do not have power over me. I'm talking about the devil himself and anyone he wants to use to his advantage. Because if my twin sister has all these judgmental videos condemning me about being quote unquote stupid and not using wisdom, or me being foolish, or me being cloud chasing, me trying to manipulate and scam people for money and all that. And you don't even want your own twin sister. You're trying to keep your own twin sister down, and don't even want your own twin sister to live like a doggone basic life. You think I deserve to be subhuman and live a less than basic life? I'm sitting here trying to free you from the brainwashing and help shake you up and wake you up. But you would rather choose, you know, coochie, over salvation. But you think you're smarter and wiser than me. I mean, my twin sister almost was there in 2017, but then her lesbian lover China started to threaten her, trying to threaten to leave, because she admitted that she, let China live for free and let China keep her government benefits while living off of her for free. So how you gonna say, oh, that's not your business, like I'm a stranger, but we're freaking twins? Other twins don't get along like this. I wish that things could be normal. I wish there was something that we can fix this relationship or twinship that has, always been broken. And it was destroyed through witchcraft. That's what you don't freaking see. But I'm going to keep running my mouth. I'm going to keep talking. I'm not going to shut up about this gang stalking, witchcraft, narcissistic abuse, all this that's done to me. My biggest dream is for me to sit down with her and show. That was one of the reasons why, in 2017, I wanted to sit down. I don't even remember if I had my laptop with me. I don't think I did, because I had to come up there, emergency purposes. But it's like, it seems like you cannot reason with a compulsive liar. You can't. And somebody who wants to be the manipulator and twist everything, and that's what the devil does. If she trying to even say, oh, people have a right to serve Satan if they want to, she must have watched one of my videos with that. But then, she trying to do a video trying to call me a hypocrite, and everybody giving her 17, 18, 19 thumbs up and a lot of views. And then, like, why you, how the hell you speaking knowledge and common or good sense or wisdom, and you in a cult? You live in a perverted, lifestyle. And then she does another video say, follow God's commands. When you're not following his commands yourself. But she loves to be contentious and argumentative like other family members. When you're brainwashed to believe that everything I say is just because the foster family, made it like everything I do and say makes no sense. That I don't make any sense at all. That I'm incoherent. Nobody has time, I've been muted and canceled and targeted since 14 years old. Thanks, Hormonica. It's all your damn fault. You wicked witch. That's all you're going to do is kick back and ignorantly laugh. Everything's funny. But smelly whore. I hope you laugh in hell too.